Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's talent show. We are so excited. You will meet the people that power TTEC. I'm Rebecca, and really looking forward to our empowering conversation today with our guest as we celebrate Pride Month. Today, we'll be talking about the transformative power of authenticity, leadership, and those small acts of kindness that really help us to create a more inclusive world. Our guest today is Ervic. She is a part of our amazing revenue generation team, and she's the global lead for creative strategies and employee engagement. So we're very excited that she's joining us here today to share her inspiring career path from navigating different roles to becoming a volunteer leader and always leading with empathy. And you're going to hear a lot about her resilience as well. So, first, before we get the conversation started and how we're going to approach a brighter and stronger future together, we do want to be sure to meet you. So, please do drop in the chat where you're joining us from. We always get such an amazing global audience, and we're so glad that you are here with us today. So, thank you for joining us. As we have our conversation today, you can always drop and cheer on our guest, Ervic, as she shares with us her journey. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Ervic, lovely to meet you here on today's talent show.
Hello, Rebecca. Hello, everyone. It's lovely to be here today. Thank
It's
you.
been a long time coming. We've been
I
trying to do this
know.
for a while. So we're very glad that you're here to join us for this really important conversation. And before, I thought we'd mix things up a bit. Before we started in on your journey here and your role as a leader with Prism, our employee resource group, and as Pride celebration begins, we wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit and fire up the conversation, if you will, with your take on strike while the iron is hot. Could you tell us a little bit more? What's your take on it?
So, I have this habit of, I would say, mixing things up a little bit when it comes to, some thoughts on leadership or on, some quotes like that. And I do have my little spin on the saying, strike while the iron is hot. What I think and what I believe is, you don't strike while the iron is hot. You strike until the iron is hot. And what that means for me is, it's about persistence because I banked a lot on persistence throughout my career, which I know we're going to be talking about a little more later in the discussion. But that's really one of the biggest things that I counted on when I was, really going through my journey in TTEC in particular.
I love it. I hope we get some more of those little hot takes as we go throughout our conversation today, because that's a good theory. Like, why are we waiting until the iron is hot? Why don't we make it happen a little bit? So, could you tell us about a moment or a significant achievement when you applied your hot take on the metaphor?
Yeah, there was a time wherein I was fairly new to the company. I was like 3, 4 years in T-Tech. And I remember that I was really trying to apply for a team lead position. But of course, we do have a lot of good talents in T-Tech, right? The race to a team lead position is very competitive, right? I do have equally competitive and talented colleagues in the program that I was working on. And even with other departments and teams that I've worked with, there's always some there's never a shortage of good talent in T-Tech. So I know it's a little bit of an exaggeration to some. It might sound like a little bit of an exaggeration, but I did apply for a team lead position for 10 times. So even though I did not get that, but I really persisted and really tried to find those opportunities wherever I can to improve myself, to really learn more about the things that I need to work on, the stuff that I need to do. What is it really, what does a team lead really do on a day in, day out basis? What does the manager have to take care of, right? So I really learned that, and persisted my way through that. And I did skip the team lead position. I went through a different route, went through support roles, and then eventually I actually even, got into a senior manager role. So that's kind of like, I would say, the different role, the different path that I took through persistence.
I love it. And I think it also shows that paths at TTEC don't have to be linear. They can be curated and moved along to the path that fits you and what your strengths are too. And we'll talk in a little bit about how your leaders also helped you with that as well. So, okay, so let's jump in a little bit more to your story. Where did you start? I know you left a little bit, you came back. You shared with us that your heart is belonged with TTEC, and so could you just share with us a little bit more about your journey here?
Yeah, I did start back in 2011. So let's not count.
When
But
you
yeah,
were four.
so that was about like 14 years ago. I started out as a rep, just like, I think most of us here. And I went through different, I would say, like different roles, to different teams, different departments, and different business segments, different verticals. I've gone through quite a lot, and I mean, we'll probably consume all the time that we have today if I go through them one by one. So, but the short stories that I've, you know probably handled a lot of roles that, both individual contributor roles and leadership roles. I briefly left TTEC to explore an opportunity outside for about 9 months. But then when an opportunity opened up again and said, hey, this looks like a good opportunity for me to come back, I did not hesitate to actually go for it. And for the last 8 years, I've been back in TTEC. So I miss the home that I had before I left for 9 months. When I came back, it's still the same. It's still the same home that I used to know. So that's why I said, my heart belongs to TTEC.
Yeah, I think that's great. We welcome boomerangs back like yourself. And then again, just kind of hitting on that recurring theme that I think is in your life, Ervic, is that persistence and that, yeah, let's do this. Let's give this a go.
Exactly.
And speaking of that, so you've got your day job here at TTEC, very full days with what you do. And then this year you also took on the leader, not just a volunteer role, but the leadership role for Prism, which is our employee resource group for the LGBTQIA community here at TTEC. And so this year's theme here with us is Brighter and Stronger. And I'd love for you to share, what does that mean to you, and what could that mean to others that are listening in and might not be a part of TTEC as well?
Yeah, I think, the reason why we actually chose Brighter and Stronger is because it's an all-encompassing theme that we all can, I would say, relate to, day in, day out, within and beyond Pride Month, right? Because it's a message that we want to send to everyone that some days may be dark, but it's always going to be brighter, right? There will be days wherein, um, you know, you just have to be strong, right? And with every challenge, every opportunity, and every adversity that we face, we always come out stronger, right? So and it's also and the other message that we wanted to send across, to members of the community, to our allies, to our employees, and to people who are watching who are not, part of our company. It's a reminder that, we are capable, we are strong, and, we are able to do the things that we can set our minds to.
I love it. Thank you so much. I think that definitely shares for everyone tuning in that we are brighter, stronger together, as well as we go through our journeys in both our work lives and our personal lives as well. So if you are a part of TTEC, we are celebrating Pride Month, and we do a lot of things throughout the year as well. I know that you and you're amazing. Let's just pause for a minute and give a shout out to you and the other team leads that you have representing your regions. I'd like to give a shout out to our Pride smaller work group who are bringing Pride Month to life. It really does take a village. Hello to Harry. Happy Pride Month to the team. Speaking of the core team, right? Jose also is sharing Happy Pride Month. Great to see you tuning in. Oh, Justin, what's up? Happy Pride Month to all as well. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us and helping us to celebrate as we go along. But if you're here with TTEC, what are some of the things that we could look forward to this month and beyond?
So we do have we've lined up a couple of or a few activities this month. We do have some leadership webinars upcoming. We do have some fun Fridays, right? We're gonna have some fun activities that everyone is actually welcome to join. So the spirit of celebration that we wanted to have is an all-inclusive celebration. We want people within the community, our allies, and all of the other employees, right, to join in the fun. Because at the core of it, it's a celebration that we wanted to do. And we'd like it to be as engaging and as fun as possible, right? And while we do have our own, I would say, like struggles that we would like to push forward during Pride Month, right? Outside of our day-to-day work, it's always important that we give them a reason to celebrate, and it's through these activities that we've lined up for them. Would we be able to do that for them?
I know those Fab Fridays are going to be fun. We've got some amazing hosts that will be bringing the karaoke to life, the leadership panel that everyone is going to be able to come to as well to provide that connection opportunity is so important. So head to Mosaic if you're part of TTEC so you can learn more about Pride Month. And of course, socials is going to be a great place for you to check out what's going on as well. So all right. So as we switch gears a little bit, we were talking at the top, like you congratulations on 14 years at TTEC, first of all. And you're right. Everyone who's been here for a while like that, it's hard to encapsulate your story in a, in our squirrel world of a 2-minute clip. So we'll have to have you back again to learn more
I'd
about
love
your
to.
story. But you mentioned the leadership and the mentors that you've had along the way. So can you share a moment that was made a significant difference in your career and in your life as well?
Yeah. I think when it comes to, let's say, work-life balance and work-life integration, right? What we do outside of our work sometimes, inevitably affects how we perform at work, right? If we do have, a little bit of struggle at home, whether we like it or not, it's just reality that sometimes, our productivity and our performance gets a little impacted, right? But we do also have like, some personal stuff that we wanted to achieve outside of work, right? Like, running and all of those other good things that you wanted to do and you wanted to achieve outside of like your 8 to 5 job, right? And in my case, I am very lucky and very fortunate that I have had leaders who were very supportive of that, right? Like, there are times wherein I would say, I would need a little bit of time off, for example, so that I could prepare for a race, which I think I haven't said it, but I've been into running very, very lately. And I do have, upcoming races. So like, let's say, for example, if I needed like a full day to train just for me to prepare for, let's say, an upcoming half marathon, which I have just completed a few weeks ago, they're very supportive of that because they believe that your well-being outside of work is also a representation of your well-being within work.
I really like how you summed that up. It's that whole person. We're human perspective that if we're practice the well-being outside of work, that will only bring into work. I don't know if I'm going to become a runner though after listening to you, but I'm definitely inspired to keep moving. So congratulations on your recent half marathon. That was so exciting to see some of your photos after the event. When's your next one?
My next one is actually on Sunday, so I'm going to be running a little longer than a half marathon. I'm doing 30 kilometers on Sunday, so wish me luck.
Oh my gosh, awesome. Okay, I told you everyone it's going to be an inspiring session today. You just might get those sneakers on and get out for a run as well after listening to this conversation. Monique says she always loves when fellow employees find time for their hobbies. Yes, absolutely. We do want to kick it over to the audience for a question to get them involved as we go into the next part of our conversation, which, at the top, we talked about small acts of kindness and how that can help us, as we celebrate Pride Month and overall all of our communities here at TTEC. So, what are some of the ways that you have maybe received kindness or you share kindness with others to create a more inclusive culture and environment? There's so many things that we can't control in this world, and there's so many things that we can control, which is how we also spread kindness everywhere. So we want to hear from you. Please do drop in the chat and encourage each other to practice kindness in their day and keep that kindness flowing. So speaking of that, Ervic, would you share with us some of the ways that maybe you've received an unexpected act of kindness or something that kind of struck you? It might have seemed small at the moment, but it really had a significant impact on your life.
Yeah, simple things that may look small for like the general population, I would say. I'd like to call it that. Simple things like people asking me, how should I call you? How should I address you? How, what's your pronouns? Those things look small in the bigger scheme of things, right? But for us, for members of the community, especially for myself, or for people, for transgender people, it's actually a huge thing, right? People asking you, how would you like to be addressed? Like, what name do you want to be called by? Because we do have our different, I would say, reasons for choosing a name, for example, or for choosing a pronoun, a gender identity that we choose to live as. And again, those look small for other people, but for us, right? And I'm speaking on behalf of many transgender women, in my personal space. That is something that we truly, truly appreciate, because we feel that we're seen, we feel that we're recognized, and at the same time, we feel that we're being, you know, we're being taken into consideration, we're being accepted, in the inside and outside the workplace, basically.
I don't know about anybody else listening to that, but I just got the chills up and down, and because of that basic human nature of people wanting to feel respected, included, heard, understood. So thank you for sharing how that, like you said, for the general population may not think of it as a big thing. And as you shared in our earlier conversation, it does melt your heart a little bit
Yes.
when people say that. So I think that's fabulous. And again, we might not be able to control a lot of different things happening around us. However, we can control these small acts of kindness to create a place where people feel, I guess you could say, brighter and stronger
Yes.
as well.
That.
So thank you so much for your time here today, for helping us to celebrate Pride, and to everyone who is a part of our Prism community. And again, the leaders out there, we really appreciate all that you're doing to create a more inclusive culture. Ooh, real quick, AV, 19 miles. Thank you for doing the kilometer piece for me, AV. Go Ervic, and thank you. Your career growth story is inspiring. So I did promise at the top of the conversation that this was going to be an inspiring conversation. I think we're going to get more people striking that iron until it's hot, and then we're going to maybe have some more runners on the team. I don't know. What do you think?
Hopefully, hopefully. And if anybody has some questions about it, feel free to message me.
Uh-oh, you just opened it up.
I mean, I'd love to share what I know and what I've, what wisdoms have I gained over the last few months that I've been preparing for it. So
Ah, well, good luck this weekend. We can't wait to see pictures and hear all about it. Once again, thank you so much for joining us here today. And until next time, because we'll have you back.
thank you so much. I'd love to be back, and thank you everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right, everyone. If you liked what you heard about Ervic's journey, our experiences here with our leaders and mentors, and the opportunity to become a part of an inclusive culture, we do have some jobs for you. You can head over to ttechjobs.com, and that is a great place for you to check out what's going on around your world and what you may want to tap into. And of course, if there's not something right now, join our talent community and we'll send you jobs your way. In the meantime, though, let's head back over to Denver, Colorado, where we are hiring for a sports enthusiast. You can join us in our Greenwood Village office and become a part of, well, really talking with other sports fanatics throughout the day. We do need you to have 1 year of experience and that enthusiasm for talking sports with our customers, and it's a fabulous opportunity to come and make a great day for fanatics. Make it a better game day, right, everyone? So we've got that opportunity available in Denver. If you're not there, but you know people in Denver, share the job with them, because that could be your act of kindness today, sharing a job with someone that may need it. And then just because I am on the show, I am hiring for this role. We're also hiring for a senior research analyst. And this person is really going to be coming in to help us take insights and create amazing customer and employee experiences. So if you've got 3 years experience in research, you love to take insights and make them into creative summaries that help us to really move the needle in our business, and you've got a great attitude and want to work with a global collaborative team, then this could be the role for you. It is based in the Philippines. It's remote. So please check it out. And for anybody here on the Philippines call today, please do share with your network as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. Strike before the iron is hot, and help us to have a brighter and stronger world ahead. Please share this episode with anybody that you think could hear the message that you are capable of doing anything. We would love to help spread that message as well. Thank you so much to Ervic, the amazing Prism team, and all of our Pride team members, from Harry, Nate. There's so many to mention. We appreciate you all. Check out Pride on social. Head to Mosaic if you're part of TTEC. We'll see you back in 2 weeks. Have a fantastic Pride Month.